PPT for you. Good morning, students. Welcome to Optical Communication Networks, Unit 1. The Unit 1 having the topics of Introduction to Optical Communications and Optical and Mechanical Characterization of Fibers and how to design optical cables. Here in the top first half of the first unit is Introduction to Optical Communication, that is evolution of fiber types. What is meant of fiber? How many types of fibers? And what are the layers of fibers? And the second one is guiding properties of the fibers. Guiding properties, right? How to design, how the signal is transmits, and what are the properties of the exact optical fiber guide medium, and what is meant by crosstalk, and how to eliminate crosstalk in optical communication, and what is meant by mode, and how what are the modes are available in optical communication, how modes are mixed together. That is already in EMTL subject, that is EMTL. In this EMTL, we are having TE mode, TM mode, TM mode. Different types of modes are available at the time of transmission of the signal. What are the modes are available for this one, and how the modes are mixed together, and what are the dispersion properties of the fibers? That is how the losses are coming in the optical fibers. What are the main loss of the optical fiber is dispersion. How eliminate the dispersion? This is the first half of the optical communication, and the second half of the first unit is optical and mechanical characterization of fibers and optical cable design. Here in this second half of the first unit, here what are the design objectives? At the time of designing a cable, what are the parameters we have to take, and what are the cable structure exactly for different atmospheres, and what are the connector mechanism? That is, suppose we are connect together in two optical fiber cables, how joint together? That is the concept of fiber splicing. At the time of joint two optical fiber cables, we have to exactly prepare the fibers for the ends, exact shape, or that we are going for fiber end preparation, and different types of fiber joints techniques is there. That is single and array splices, and how to calculate efficiency for this splicing, and what are the different types of connectors, and what are the different types of connector alignments we discuss in the second half of the first unit. And similarly, you discussed out of the different types of optical sources. Here, the signal type we have to transmit in this optical fiber communication is light signals or optical signals, but the input signal is electrical analog signal, but we have to transmit in terms of light signal. At the time we have to transmit a signal, electrical signal, through optical fiber cable by using conversion, electrical to optical or electrical to light signal by using sources, optical sources. That is the best example for this one is LEDs and lasers. At the time of transmission of a signal, light signal, we have to go for apply modulation techniques. There are different types of modulation techniques are available. That is direct and indirect methods of modulation techniques. And different types of optical waveguide devices are available for this transmission of a signal. This is about the basic these are the topics which you are under cover in the first unit. Before going to the main topic of first unit, first we have to discuss about basics of physical media in communications. What are the basics of physical media in communications? Here, what is meant by communication? Here, the communication is nothing but we have to transmit some information from one location to another location. Information is nothing but we have to transmit in terms of voice, in terms of videos, in terms of text messages, in terms of full data, not transmit from one location to another location. Here, one location, another location, nothing but the technical terms which we are using is transmitter and receiver. Otherwise, source and destination. Right. There are different technical parameters which we are using. Right. Here, what is meant by physical media? The connection between transmitter to receiver, or source to destination, or sender to denser medium. Yes, see, this one is the best example which I am showing here, physical media. Here I am taking, this is the one location, it is called a sender. This other location, it is called a receiver. We have to transmit some information from sender to receiver. Here the connection between sender to receiver is medium or media, that is physical media. Here, what are the different types of media available? There are two types of media are available. That is guided medium. Second one is unguided medium. And the guided medium is nothing but a physical connection between sender to receiver. Unguided medium is nothing but there is no physical connection. Air is the medium between sender to receiver. Right. This is about basic pictorial representation of physical media. Now, what are the different types of physical media available based upon guided and unguided? First, I will discuss about guided medium. Here in this guided medium, the best examples here, copper cable. That is, the physical medium is copper cable is connected between sender to receiver. Here in this copper cable, first under this copper cable, first example is coaxial cable. Yet whether it is thick or thin, but it supports video signals. And the second example for copper type is unshielded twisted pair. Unshielded twisted pair. Right. Here in this having a number of categories, category 3, 4, 5, 5E and 6. We will get later slides. And second physical media is optical fiber cable, which is available in two modes, single mode and multi-mode. This is about guided medium. And next one example unguided, nothing but air is the medium, that is called the wireless. Here in this wireless having short range, medium range and satellite. Short, medium, high or satellite. Now we'll discuss each one by one clearly. See, there is first one copper medium. Under this copper medium, first we have to discuss about example is coaxial cable. Here it shows coaxial cable. Here the center one is at the inner conductor. This is exact copper cable. The next layer is insulator. The next layer is outer conductor with shield. Next one is again insulator. Next plastic cover. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers are available in a coaxial cable. Where exactly this is used? At the time of transmission of video signals. Best example for you in your home dish connections. Right. Here it supports high bandwidth, but some losses is there. Suppose we have to remove this plastic cover and outer shield. Automatically some signal is losses into the air. And for this purpose, we are using repeaters. Suppose in your dish connections from dish provider to your home, in between number of repeater stations are there for amplifying purpose. Right. Here different types of categories are available in copper media, coaxial cable. That is, it depends upon RG59, RG58, RG11 with the impedance of 75, 50, 50, which is where exactly used cable TV. This is for thin Ethernet and thick Ethernet. Next one is the next example of copper media is twisted pair cable. A twisted pair cable is a type of cabling that is used for telephone communications. That is, we have to transmit voice in landline telephones. At that time, we are using twisted pair cable. It is not only for voice; it is used for transmission of data by using internet. See this one. These are two pair wires. It is twisting together in a helical form. Right. Here in each and every twisted pair cable having inner or local solid copper conductor. Outer which is called the PVC insulator. There are basically two types of twisted pair cables. One is STP and second one is UTP. Here what is meant by STP and what is meant by UTP? Here the STP is nothing but shielded twisted pair cable. UTP is nothing but unshielded twisted pair cable. First we have discussed about shielded twisted pair cable. Shielded, the term shows shielded, that is we have to protect from the outside loss. Here see this one, this is number of twisted pair cables. This is one first shield, the second is overhead shield, outer jacket. We have to protect the data loss or loss of a information. We have to go for shifted, shielded, twisted pair cables. The second one is unshielded twisted pair cable, UTP. See this one, the twisted pair cables directly inside the outer jacket. If there is no shielding is there, at that time some losses we are getting, some losses. That is the difference between shielded and unshielded twisted pair cables. Yes, see this one, actually the unshielded twisted pair cables, each jacket having a 4 pair or 4 pairs. 4 pairs, but 8 wires inside the jacket. Here the wires are twisted together in a helical form. Why we have to twisted the copper wires? I think, but we have to eliminate the interference between the 2 wires. Eliminate the interference between 2 wires, which supports high bandwidth and high attenuation channel, which is having different types of categories. That is category 3, category 4, category 5, and enhanced category of 5. And now presently we are using twisted pair cable is category 6. Right. Now we have to discuss about each category of the UTP. That is UTP. Now we discuss each and every category one by one. Right. First we have to discuss about category 3. Here, how much bandwidth available for this category 3 of the twisted pair cable is 16 megahertz supports bandwidth with the attenuation of 11.5 dB, which a load impedance of 100 ohms. Here, this is especially used for voice application and the transmission of data by the 10 Mbps Ethernet. Next, category 4, 20 megahertz supports with the attenuation of 7.5 dB attenuation with a load impedance of 100 ohms impedance. It is also supports 10 Mbps only for data transmission. Next, category 5, it supports 100 megahertz bandwidth with the attenuation of 24.0 dB attenuation with a load impedance of 100 ohms, which is especially used for high-speed data transmission. High-speed data transmission. Before category 5, category 3 and category 4 used for voice application, but here category 5 onwards we have to transmit high-speed data transmission, which supports 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps speed. Next one is enhanced version of category 5 is 5E. Category 5E. Here E shows enhanced. It supports a bandwidth of 150 megahertz bandwidth with the attenuation of 24.0 dB attenuation with a load impedance of 100 ohms, which transmits which is also used for high-speed data transmission, which supports 1000 Mbps. That is 1 gigabyte and 1 gigabits per seconds. Next one is category 6. Presently we are using the category type is category 6. Now here it supports 250 megahertz bandwidth with the attenuation of 19.8 dB attenuation with a load impedance of 100 ohms, which is also supports high-speed data, which can be used for data transmission with 10 gigabits per second. 10 gigabits per second. Yeah, see this one up to from category 3, 4, 5, 5E and 6. What about bandwidth? Bandwidth is increases. Whenever the bandwidth is increases, I think, but the speed bits per second also increases. That's why the speed increase is nothing but fast internet connection. Presently, we are using category 6 type of twisted pair cables. Now we are going for the second type of physical media is optical fiber cables. Here this shows the exact figure of the optical fiber cable. The optical fiber cable having the inner layer is core, the outer layer is cladding. This is a sender, this is a receiver. The principle of transmission of information through this optical fiber is total internal reflection. Total internal reflection. The type of signal which supports this optical fiber cable is light signals. Light signals. See this one, the principle of total internal reflection. Total internal reflection. Here, see this one. This is we are taking two medias, less denser media and more denser media. We have to assume that this is a more denser media is core, less denser media is cladding. Just we have to assume the more denser is core, less denser is cladding. Suppose we have to send a signal, the light signal through this optical fiber cable. Here this I is the angle from the transmitted incident angle is less than the critical angle, which we are using refraction. This also refraction is the thing, but see this one. Reflection is the thing, but whenever the incident angle is automatic signal is reflects back. But here the refraction just enter into the less denser media. It's some slight change in the angle. Here, whenever I is equal to critical angle, automatically it's straight plot 90 degrees. Whenever I is greater than critical angle, automatically the signal is incident and reflection. Incident and reflection. This is the concept is total internal reflection. That is, at the time of total internal reflection, the must incident angle is greater than critical angle. That is 90 degrees, more than 90 degrees. Then automatically the principle is occurs total internal reflections. Next, we have to go for what is the fiber media. Here, the principle is total internal reflections. Here, what is the modulation technique which we are using is intensity modulation. Intensity modulation. Before we are using analog modulation techniques and digital modulation techniques. Here in analog modulation techniques, which we are using here, amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, phase modulation, and digital modulation having FSK, PSK, like different modulations we are using. At that time, we are taking signal is electrical signal directly. But in optical communications, we have to transmit a signal like light signal. At that time, we are using the modulation technique is intensity modulation. Intensity modulation. There are two types of fiber media, that is multi-mode and single mode. Here, the single mode having high bandwidth, it supports high bandwidth and small core, but multimedia having a large core supports less bandwidth. Just interchange. Right, see this one, single mode fiber. The single mode fiber here, very less core size. Core is the one of the center layer of the optical fiber. It is very less radius of the core. It is in single mode. We have to transmit a light signal in terms of pulses. The light source which we are using is laser. Similarly, for multi-mode fiber, the light source is LED. Here, see this one, compare these two. The multi-mode fiber radius of the core is high compared to single mode. Right, here in this fiber media, different types of modes are available. Single mode fiber and multi-mode fiber having two types based upon this radius of the core. See this one, 62.5/125 micrometer radius of multi-mode fiber, 50 to 125 micrometer of multi-mode fiber, 10 micrometer of single mode fiber. Based upon these different types of radius, we discuss these three. Right, here now we discuss about fiber optical cable. Here, this fiber optical cable, the inner one is core, the second one is cladding, next one is Kevlar strands and protective outer layer jacket. The main one is core and cladding is the main layers of the optical fiber cable. This is a protective jacket which can be eliminate some losses from the environment. Let's see this one, the fiber optic cables present which were, this is the core material, this is the cladding, this is the outer jackets protection. This is presently which we are using in a real time. Next, we are going for unguided medium. The unguided medium is the best example, wireless. Nothing but suppose, is it possible to take the physical media, optical fiber cables, or twisted pair cables, whatever it may be. Suppose the hill station is there. Is it possible to drill the total hill and fix that physical media? It is very difficult. Or that we are going for wireless media. That is, air is the medium between transmitter to receiver or sender to receiver. Here, this is one for this transmission or receiving. We are using antennas, base stations. Here, transmission of signal through air by using electromagnetic signals. It is having 3 x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. Both electrical signal and magnetic signal both are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other. I think you know this concept in EMTL. Here, the wireless media having indoor, nothing but within a room, having 10 to 50 meters range of indoor. What is the example is Bluetooth or wireless LAN, that is Wi-Fi connections. And short range outdoor, it is 50 to 200 meters. It is also a Wi-Fi connection, wireless LAN. And mid-range outdoor is 200 meters to 5 kilometers range. We are using GSM, CDMA, and wireless LAN point-to-point and WiMAX. Now we are using cellular mobile phones, right? That is a mid-range and long range. And long range outdoor is the distance is in between from 5 kilometers to 100 kilometers range. At that time, we are using microwave signals to connect together between transmitter to receiver. The next one is long distance communication. This is done by satellites. This is done by satellite connections. Now we have to discuss about different types of frequency bands for short range, long range, and high range. Here we are discussing here different types of bands are available. VLF, LF, MF, HF, VHF, UHF, SHF, EHF. That is very low frequency, mid frequency, high frequency, very high frequency, ultra high frequency, super, right, and long range. Based upon this, you have to discuss about range. That is which is the frequency which is used for VLF 3 to 300 kilohertz, for EHF 30 to 300 gigahertz. That is whenever the band is increasing, but the frequency which is used also increases, and the propagation is ground, sky and line of sight, light. You know, line of sight, a perfect connection between transmitter to receiver without interruption. Where exactly this is used? Application part. This is for VLF used for long range radio navigation. For LF is used for radios and navigation locators, and mid frequency which is used for AM radio, and HF is used for citizens band and aircraft communication, HF. And VHF used for VHF TV and FM radio, and UHF is used for cellular phones, paging, and satellites. Presently, which we are using here, UHF, and the next one is SHF. SHF, that is nothing but which is used for satellite communication, right? Next one, EHF. This is also for long range radio propagation. That is, this is the table which shows what is the exact wireless bands and what are the ranges, what is the propagation, and what is the application. Now I am explaining, all of you see this figure. This is exactly wireless LAN network. That is how Wi-Fi connects. This is our PC, even suppose your laptop, which is connected to wireless media to access point. That is wireless access point, nothing but wireless router, which is connected to switch connected to router to internet, main service provider. This is exact mechanism to connect our Wi-Fi connections. Next one is terrestrial microwave. For long distance purpose, that is from 5 kilometers, 100 kilometers. Here we are using microwave signals to transmit information from one point to another point. See, this one is Earth curvature, giving number of base stations here. We have to connect between base stations by using microwave links. Here at the time, the transmission of a signal, we do not follow the curvature of Earth. Just we have to check whether the transmitter and receiver having line of sight or not, and what is the height of the antennas, and whether it is coincided or not. Right here, See this one, this is the transmitter we have to assume, this is the receiver. In between transmitter to receiver, 3 repeater stations are there. Here repeater is nothing but this is a signal and amplifier and retransmits. Now, now it is satellite communication. This is especially for long distance. In meaning nothing but thousands of miles. Here, this is the sending earth station. This is the receiving earth station. This is the earth with the satellite. The distance between earth to satellite is 22,000 miles. Here, this is a transmit signal from earth station to satellite, satellite to receiving station. Right. Here, this is about physical media in communication. Physical media in communication. Here, the medium is nothing but a connection between sender to receiver or transmitter to receiver. Here today we discuss about 2 types of media, that is guided media and unguided media. For this guided media we are using copper cables and OFC cables. For unguided media we are discussed for based upon short range, mid range, long range, different types of wireless media. Yeah, do you have any query related to today's class about physical media? Please type your question in a chat box. In a chat box in our Zoom meeting. I will clear the doubts. Thank you very much for attending today's class.